before we get started, it was a very nice Hornets win tonight. PJ Walker dropped like 43. Not PJ Walker. I have talked so much about the Panthers this week. Oh my goodness. PJ Washington, I'm so sorry. He dropped 43 points and a huge W, but it means nothing because all we're trying to do is just tank for the number 1 overall pick, but it's rigged anyways. Like, I'm still repping. It's still going to be rigged. The Pistons are probably going to get it again, even though they just got it with the lottery and all. And the Hornets, I don't think have gotten it in franchise history, so we'll just have to wait and see. And don't mind the cars in the background if you do hear any. I have my window open. It's just a little aired out. It's starting to become really nice here, springtime. Hopefully you guys aren't allergic to pollen or anything. I'm not, but I'm grateful. But you guys stay safe out there. What's going on, you guys? Braden KG back with another Panthers update for you guys. We're just gonna get right into it. Frank Reich had a press conference today, and he just talked, answered a few questions. And he was asked about, if anything about the previous quarterback pro days, what has been confirmed to him or to Josh McCown and Scott Fitterer and David Tepper, all the front office guys, what has been confirmed to them, who they want to pick, and I'll just show you guys right now.
Did you learn last week about CJ or Bryce or all of them that you didn't know, or did you just have things confirmed to you last week?
Yeah, Joe. A lot of it was confirmation because our scouts do such a good job on the front end, right? So we all sat down, back in our building talking about, each of these guys, listening to the scouts give their take on each of these guys. So I would say in all the right ways, it was confirmation. You talk to these guys and you see, we said, Scott said this, I've said this, hey, all these guys at the top are worthy of being in this discussion, and some for different reasons than others, some are the same, but those things I think get confirmed.
David Newton, who's the sports ESPN analyst for the Panthers, he was asking him, like I was saying, what pro days, what has been confirmed to him, and he just said it was just confirmation from these pro days of who they have lowered it down to the 4. And he spoke really highly about Anthony Richardson as well. He was talking about how his completion percentage can be better, but he's a freak athlete and he has the upside of a insane NFL quarterback. And he also was talking about Bryce Young and how his size doesn't really matter to Frank Reich, because there is that notion that he'll draft taller quarterbacks, even though I think that is a smokescreen that he will draft CJ Stroud. I think that's just who they're picking. I think he's just too good of a prospect to pass up on. Same thing with Bryce Young, but CJ Stroud is just more accurate than Bryce Young, and he doesn't have that downside of being shorter than everyone on the field, basically. And so I think that's why they're going to pick CJ Stroud. But anyways, his answer was just like, these pro days confirmed their selection. It just confirmed who their choices are down to. And it really seems like it's Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. He does say that all 4 prospects, are worthy of the first overall pick. I don't think I think he's lying about that. I think that is another smokescreen. I don't believe so. I don't believe Will Levis is worthy of that first pick. I think it's obvious. I think it's straight up obvious. He's like almost 4 years older than CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Bryce Young has won a Heisman. Where has Will Levis gone in like 2 to 3 years of playing? Where has he gone? Nowhere. This Kentucky team kind of sucked. I mean, he didn't have any protection for anything, but still, he hasn't led anywhere. If he was that good, he would have led their team somewhere. And with CJ Stroud, his team around him was fantastic, but he was, he led them to the semi-final, like what was it called? The playoff semifinal, I think that's what it's called. I mean, right before the championship game, he played Georgia, and he played fantastic. There was nothing bad about that game that he had. He played a perfect game, and that just all about proves why he's worthy of that first overall pick. That Georgia game, mobile, accurate, is clutch, can lead his team downfield, can put his team into right position to win, and it just so happened that the Ohio State kicker just sucks. So blame that on CJ all you want, but CJ Stroud definitely is deserving of that first overall pick. I think he's just throwing a smoke screen. I think he's just trying to say, neutral on these picks, because he can't just say, oh yeah, we're drafting Bryce Young or we're drafting CJ Stroud. He can't just say that, because it's going to ruin the surprise. Even though it's not a surprise anymore, it really just does. It just sounds like they know who they're drafting. They know who they're drafting. I know it. I mean, based off of CJ Stroud's pro day, if you guys watched my previous video, or if you just seen anything around the league, their reactions to just talking to him, or how he was throwing, or how his workout was, it's obvious. I mean, Josh McCown was over here inviting him to go and play horse on a court in Charlotte when he lives there. That's just obvious. This is a little tease. I think Carolina knows who they want. Based off of what Frank Reich said today, it's just confirmation from the past pro days of who they want. There is another pro day on Thursday, Anthony Richardson's. I mean, fully expect him to just absolutely go off. I hope he does go off. I hope he does go somewhere like the Colts or the Seahawks. I want him to succeed. He's Cam Newton too, I wish the Panthers could have gotten him at 9, but at 1, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not at 1. And definitely not Will Levis. I think it's straight up obvious to you guys that it's Bryce Young or CJ Stroud at this point. It would be a very, very big disappointment if they were to draft Will Levis at 1 or Anthony Richardson at 1. I think it's definitely, I think there is a disagreement to me and you guys with that opinion, but I think it's just the truth. I think you can't pass up on a Heisman finalist, 2-time Heisman finalist, and a Heisman winner. You can't pass up on that. You just can't. Anthony Richardson didn't even come close. Neither did Will Levis. Apologize by the Cards, by the way. Again, I'm sorry. But yeah, you just can't pass up on those guys. They're too good. They're too polished. They're too ready for the NFL. I think Anthony Richardson needs another year in college. Will Levis is, I guess, ready. He is really old. I mean, he's older than everyone in this draft. Older than the quarterbacks, at least, other than Hendon Hooker. And I just think they're not worthy of that first overall pick. And once again, like Frank Reich already said, they know who they're going to pick. It's confirmation. It's going to be CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. But let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys disagree with me, let me know. I would really like to just talk to you guys and show some feedback. Thank you guys again, just for all the love and support you guys have been showing me the past few weeks. You guys are the little best. I want you to know that you guys are appreciated. Just clicking on my video and just spending time watching my thoughts on this crazy Carolina Panthers offseason. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really do appreciate you guys being here. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.